as we overlook the meek. I know you're out there, I know you're in there, but common knowledge.
We were born before the wind, also younger than the sun, and our bonnie boat was one as we sailed into the mystic. Hark now, hear the sailors cry, smell the sea and feel the sky, and let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic. And when that foghorn blows, you know that I'll be coming home. And when that foghorn blows, I want to hear it. And I don't want to fear it. I want to rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And together we will float as we sailed into the mystic. That foghorn blows, you know that I'll be coming home. And when that foghorn blows, I want to hear it. Don't want to fear it. I want to rock your gypsy soul, and just like way back in the days of old, and together we will float as we sailed into the mystic. Come on, come on, come on.
Queen Street Band. Good morning.
Good morning.
How is everyone this morning?
Fantastic.
Is this on? Oh, I can't tell. It's funny. I usually can tell. Jim, can you hear me in the headphones? Then it's on. That's all. Because I don't need to be amplified. I do know that. But for the purposes of the webcast, it's good if my microphone is working. So, welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. Welcome to welcome. Let's just start with a welcome. Let's take a breath. Welcome to you. Welcome to something that maybe you haven't discovered about yourself. Whether you've been coming here for a long time or this is your first time here, there's something within each and every one of us that is longing to be discovered. And let's allow ourselves to be focused on that today. What do you say? I do want to say, if you are joining us for the first time today, this is going to become the thing now. We're going to do this every week because it's just fun. I want you to know that we knew you were coming. So I first of all want to say a special welcome to anyone who is joining us for the first time. We did know you were coming, and so we did a little research on you. You know, it's very good with the internet. You can find out a lot about people these days. And what we discovered, those of you who have been here before, let's let all these people know what we've discovered about these people that are joining us for the first time, and that is, you are magnificent. You are magnificent. And the reason that we can all say that about you who are joining us for the first time today is because we recognize it within ourselves. When we recognize something within ourselves, it is reflected in the faces and in the expression of every single person that we encounter in life. And so let us all claim together, I am magnificent. Somebody saying marvelous?
Yes.
You can say marvelous. You can say marvelous. That's fine. I have no issue with that. We come here as a spiritual community every Sunday for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to acknowledge and celebrate the deeper understanding of our connection to everything. That is what we teach here, that there is a single power, presence, a creative force in this universe that is love. It is love. You know, we have this painting here, the love painting. I always call it the love painting. And it's there, and we purchased this painting because it is a reminder to this community that love is the basis of everything. Love is the basis of all creation. And so when we understand that, we use it more actively in our lives. Does that sound like a good thing?
Yep.
Awesome. Let's understand that all of this is a gift. Yes? And let's
segue.
Nice segue, eh? And so we're going to launch now into our invocation. If you feel compelled to stand and dance, please feel free. The lyrics are on your song sheet. It's pretty easy. It's more a call and response.
These are the gifts of the Spirit, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, I am ready to receive. All of the gifts of the Spirit, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, I am ready to receive. Love, are you ready?
Are you ready?
Joy, are you ready?
Are you ready?
And peace, are you ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready to receive?
These are the gifts of the Spirit, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, I am ready to receive. All of the gifts of the Spirit, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, I am ready to receive. Compassion, I am ready.
I am ready.
Forgiveness,
Forgiveness.
I am ready.
I am ready.
And laughter,
Laughter.
I am ready.
I am ready.
I am ready to receive. And passion, I am ready.
I am ready.
Success,
Yes.
I am ready.
I am ready.
And abundance,
Abundance.
I am ready.
I am ready.
I am ready to receive. These are the gifts of the Spirit, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, I am ready to receive. All of the gifts of the Spirit, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, I am ready to receive. These are Spirit, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, I am ready to receive all of the gifts of the Spirit, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, I am ready to receive.
All right. It's a good way to get the heart pumping as a reminder that the heart is the center of our being. The heart being more important than the mind, I believe. We are surrounded by the energy of the heart. And this is expressing itself by means of each and every one of us. There are certain people within this organization, from the organizational standpoint, there are certain people within this organization who have taken it upon themselves to step into this practice that we teach, specifically within this philosophy. And we, as an organization, we license them to, be able to present and sit with people and work with people in prayer and work with people in basically the state of mind that we're all approaching life with. And that's an organizational thing. But what I know is that the heart of these particular people that we call practitioners within this philosophy, the heart of these people is what's most important. It doesn't matter whether they have the license. They have taken it upon themselves to step into a heart-centered place of living. And so, honoring that, it is my pleasure to bring to you, with her own wonderful expression of wisdom and insight and inspiration, our practitioner of the day, Carmen Noseworthy.
Thank you, Jonathan. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Oh, that was lovely. Today's topic, finding your voice. In 1967, Ernest Holmes wrote a book called Thoughts Are Things. And here's a quote from that book. Life has set the stamp of individuality on you. You are different from any other person who ever lived. You are an individualized center in the consciousness of God. You are an individualized activity in the action of God. You live because life lives in you. You move because there is a universal energy flowing through you. You think because there is an infinite intelligence thinking through you. You exist because the divine spirit has sought to individualize or express itself in and as you. This is why you are called the temple of the living God. There is a divine spark at the center of your being, but you need to recognize this, believe it, and act upon your belief. So what does that mean? I'm going to tell you. It means you matter. You matter. There would be a hole in the fabric of the universe if you did not exist. We are born into the winner's circle already. Our voice, our expression, what we have to say, what we do, how we bring goodness and greatness and grandness into this experience of life is our uniqueness and the way we matter. We're not meant to fit in. We are meant to stand in, to be present in our own individuality and our own unique magnificence. And whether our voice is being a supportive, loving parent, or whether it's to support relief efforts, or whether it's to support hospice work, or whether it's to step into the spotlight and order leadership, you matter. You matter. You matter. We all matter. We all have a part to play in this thing called life. I invite you to explore what matters to you so that you can find out why you matter if you don't know why you matter. You will find your heart's desire, your heart's message, your heart's calling, your heart, where the divine intelligence fills us up. And its creative power is there to be, do, and have anything we ever dream of. It flows and it radiates. You matter. You matter. Your voice of life's expression matters. We matter because we exist. Divine intelligence does not make mistakes. It doesn't make mistakes. Its essence is expressed as us. Each and every one of us is a temple of divinity where God puts its unique and sparkly gifts and treasures. We matter because we exist as a gift of God. And when we declare we matter, we also realize how to love ourselves exactly as we are. And if you require external proof of mattering, I invite you to ask your closest friends and families members and colleagues. Ask them, why do I matter to you? They will tell you. And you might just be surprised as to how loved you really are and how much you matter. I encourage us all to take the time to let others in our lives know why they matter to us. When you see your reflection walking down the street or in the mirror, remind yourself that you matter. Imagine how that would change the world around you. My message is spread the mattering. So guess what my affirmation is today? Close. My affirmation today, and I really want you to listen to it, and then I'm going to ask you to repeat it with me twice. I am a gift. I matter. We all matter. Take a breath and let's say that together. I am a gift. I matter. We all matter. One more time. I am a gift. I matter. We all matter.
I am a gift. I matter. We all matter. Beautiful affirmation. Thank you. Take that into your soul. Allow yourself to go to that place of feeling. How does it resonate? And breathe into that idea. This song is not on your song sheets because we want to take it on our own. So I invite you to simply relax and listen and resonate with these beautiful words. Love fills up my senses like a night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. Love fills up my senses. Come fill me again.
Come let me live, love. Let me give my life to love. Let me drown in its laughter. Let me die in its arms. Let me lay down beside love. Let me always be with love. Come, let me live love. Come, love me again.
Come, let me live love. Come, let me live love. As we all relax into this moment, let us release anything that has preceded this moment. Let us release anything that we anticipate is to come, and allow ourselves to be receptive and open, right here and right now, to living love. Living love. And I invite Carmen to lead us in affirmative prayer.
Who in this presence, in this awareness of living love, the melody of living love, the flow of living love, unconditional love, this giving and flowing and receiving and enjoying and sharing, the melody of love that is all around us, that is within us, through us. It is where we come from. Each and every one of us is this magical melody of love, because we matter. And as we stand in this beautiful, serene, loving, caring, kind, generous melody of love, of unconditional love, we know we matter, and we stand tall in that, and we accept and receive the giving goodness and greatness and grandness of divine intelligence of God. And we spread it out in, through, and out through our lives. And we live love this way. We live it. We breathe it. We sense it. We sing it. We dance it. And it is amazing and joyous and wonderful. And we know who we are. We know we are magnificent. We know we matter. And we help other people know that they matter, because we all matter. Because love is the mattering substance that we all are. And so knowing that these words spoken are already absorbed into that beautiful law that says, yes, I say in gratitude and appreciation, I say thank you in gratitude for knowing this, for being this, for living love, and allowing my life to unfold as the very essence of this love. And I breathe it, I rejoice in it, allow it to settle, and together we say, and so it is.
Love fills up my senses like a night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. Love fills up my senses. Come fill me
Thank you, Carmen. I want to say thank you to Rebecca Naylor on our clarinet for joining us today. grateful to have the expression of talent within this space presenting itself more and more and more and more. Grateful to have you with us today. Thank you. And also to Carrie on her ukulele. Yes. Oh, I don't need to move this up here. What am I doing? I'm getting ahead of myself. I will leave this here for the moment. We are indeed blessed to have such an amazing band. We are, somebody was asking me once about the music in the center, and they were actually surprised that we had a band, because there are a number of centers that actually, like, they'll just play playback music. They don't have live music, and so this is one thing that I am so grateful that we get to experience every single week. So here with our wonderful special music of the day, please welcome Pierre Gautreau and the Queen Street Band.
I want to write the songs, you want to sing along and share what I know. You've got a friend in me, we are one, that's all that's needed to know. We are the water, we are the sky, back to the earth when it's time to fly. So let's you and I commit to an extraordinary life. Take a vow from this point now, an extraordinary life. It's yours for the taking. Your mind is making an extraordinary life. I won't settle for less or suppress what's dying to get out of me. Oh, the music comes from my soul. It's a part of me that makes me whole. Cooking up melodic recipes. We are the water. We are the sky. Back to the earth when it's time to fly. So let's you and I commit to an extraordinary life. Take a vow from this point now, an extraordinary life. There's no mistaking. My thoughts are creating all that I see, all that I do. I get to decide which door to go through. Won't fear the unknown, I'm never alone, because all is my home. We are the water, we are the sky, back to the earth when it's time to fly. So let's you and I commit to an extraordinary life. Take a vow from this point now, an extraordinary life. There's no mistaking. Your thoughts are creating. It's yours for the taking. Your mind is making all that we see and all that we do. We get to decide which door to go through. Won't fear the unknown, we're never alone, because all is our whole. Let's you and I commit to an extraordinary life. Take a bow from this point now. An extraordinary life. There's no mistaking. Your thoughts are creating. It's yours for the taking. Your mind is making an extraordinary life. The band.
Queen Street Band. There is no mistaking your thoughts are creating. So let's commit to an extraordinary life. What a great message. That is a great message and so perfect for the day. So perfect for the day. The other thing to know about our magnificent band is a lot of the music that you hear is original music that Pierre has written. Do you know? I mean, I talk about the ones he's written, but did you know that? Such talent in our ranks. I'm going to pick up basically right where Carmen brought us, which is you matter. You matter because we all matter. And we matter because we have a deep understanding, I trust, of who we are. We have kind of made our motto within the center, love only, forgive everything, and remember who you are. And today is all about remembering who you are. In the Declaration of Principles that was written by Ernest Holmes in 1926 or 1927, I can't remember now, he wrote this: "We believe in the incarnation of the Spirit and that all people are incarnations of the one Spirit." All people are incarnations of the one Spirit. All people are part of this magnificent thing called life. It is the creative resource that is fundamentally the energy of love. Everything is created from this point of view. And so, you matter. We all matter. There is no, and I love that you said, well, it was something along the lines of, if there would be basically a tear in the fabric of the universe if you didn't exist. Think about that. There would be an empty hole in the fabric of the universe if you were not here expressing as yourself in this universe. You matter. It is a very important thing to understand. Now, in understanding that you matter, it is very important to me that we also understand that by claiming I matter, by claiming you matter, but when each of us claim for ourselves I matter, it does not put us into competition with anyone else. It does not put us into competition with anyone else. In fact, the deepest understanding of I matter means that I am living in cooperation with the rest of life. So, we have this thing, the thing itself. Ernest Holmes, in the beginning of the book, we have these four introductory chapters, and the first one is titled The Thing Itself. And we talk about the thing itself, what we call the thing itself at the end of the day. We use the shorthand word God. And I want to get clear on God. I mean, I've been pretty clear on God from the day I landed here. I've been very clear on what I believe to be true about the nature of God, and you're all still showing up, so I imagine that you're probably, on board with me to some degree, and that you may not be. That's the thing too. You may not be, and that's okay. What is primarily moved through me to say right now is that whatever you believe about God, understand that your belief sets your experience. And so if you believe that there is separation, you will live life as though God is separate from you. But that's not what I teach. We teach that there is one power, one presence, one infinite resource, one spirit, one energy. It is all creative. We call it God, and it is who and what each and every one of us is. We believe in the incarnation of the Spirit, that is God's Spirit, and it's a definite article, the Spirit, right? So the is the definite article. So we're talking about God there. We believe in the incarnation of the Spirit, and that all people are incarnations of the one Spirit. Now, God, the thing itself, love, cannot exist without expressing itself in form. It cannot exist without expressing itself in form. All that we see and a lot that we can't see is form. How many Catholics do I have in the room? Or four? Yes. So there are people who went through. Yeah, Judy's like, oh, are you really going to go down this road again? There's a lot to be known. And actually, the funny thing is, so no, I won't steal your thunder. Just a little bit. She's going to be doing a presentation in class, and she's told me about her presentation, and it's tied to her Catholic roots. I'm not saying anything more than that. It is tied to her Catholic roots. And so when I think about people who have roots in Catholicism, I think about what they may have been indoctrinated with growing up, which is the Catechism, Baltimore Catechism. How many of you are familiar with the Baltimore Catechism? A couple. In the 6th lesson of the Baltimore Catechism, there are a number of questions, right? So the 4th question is this: what is the incarnation? Is that like coming back to anyone? What is the incarnation? Because we say, we believe in the incarnation of the Spirit. So what is the incarnation? That's a question in the Catechism. The Catechism responds with this: by the incarnation is meant that the Son of God was made man. By the incarnation is meant that the Son of God was made man. Now, we can look at it from what we might perceive as a literal interpretation, or what the Catholics believe is a literal interpretation, and say that that embodiment was in the person of Jesus of Nazareth, right? That's what the philosophy teaches there, that the Son of God was made man in Jesus. And yet I believe that Jesus was here to teach that the Son of Man is every single one of us. We are each of us the incarnation of this thing we call God, because God cannot exist without form. We are the form, we are the life, expressed right here and right now. For there is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect, and that life is our life, right here and right now. So, by the incarnation is meant that the Son of God was made man. Now, let's throw all the gender stuff aside. You know, we can look past the gender norms that were prevalent in the day when this was written, right? Because the sonship, the expression of God was made in the form of life. And it's not just man. It's not just woman. It is everything that exists. Everything that exists. We are all in this together. I just can't help but think of High School Musical whenever I say that. We're all in this together. And so let's live in cooperation and eliminate competition from our lives. The Bhagavad Gita says this: I am, get it? I am the origin of all things. All things come from me. Whether moving or unmoving, all things exist in me. All things exist. Everything is a part of this cohesive whole that we call, in this philosophy, God. There is nothing separate. It is a creative principle, and we're all part of it, and utilizing it in our own way for our own purposes, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing. So today's topic is discovering your voice or finding your voice, whatever works. Discovering your voice. We all have something to say in this world and in this life. If we didn't have something to say, we would not be incarnate in this experience of life. We would be doing something else in some other expression of life, I am assuming, because I don't really know what lies beyond the physical expression of my life here and now, but I do know that if the nature of God is infinite, I am part of that, so my expression lives on even after I shed this body. So if I was not here to express, I would be somewhere else, on some other plane of action, expressing, and even there, I would have something to say, because if I had nothing to say, then what's the point of my being here? What is the point of my being here? What's the point of any of us being here if we have nothing to say? So let us all step into this idea today that we are claiming that this is the day we begin to discover our voice. Yes. So, in discovering our voice, we should never, ever misinterpret or overvalue the gift we've been given. We have been given a glorious gift. Now, I say we've been given because that's language that very clumsily expresses what is inherent. We actually haven't been given a gift. We are the gift. And the gift that we share with the world is this idea. We have free will. We have choice. We have volition. We get to do what we want to do within this expression of life. And we can do it infinitely because the nature of God is infinite. Now, in understanding that the origin of all things is expressed by means of us, we might not want to discount this idea. If we claim, and I'm going to use the three words that I use that throw some people off sometimes, if we can each of us stand up and claim for ourselves, saying fully, firmly, out loud, I am God, this is not to say that anyone else is less than. But in stating that, and in understanding that we have free choice, we have volition, we have free will, let us each, in the claiming of that, hold ourselves to a higher standard, not because somebody else says we have to live at a higher standard, but because we say to ourselves, if this is my claim, then I must live at a higher standard. I must live as that thing itself that I claim to be. And in holding myself to a higher standard, I trust and know that the primary rule in living that higher standard is the golden rule. Treat others as you wish to be treated. This is found throughout the religions. This is found within all philosophies. Fundamentally, let us each live life based on that paradigm. Treat others as you wish to be treated. Do no harm to others, because if I'm harming Carmen, I don't think I'd wish to be harmed, so that would be breaking that particular rule, right? Yes. Let us hold ourselves to a higher standard, not because we are told to by God, but because we agree to as God. This is the truest sense of equality that I can think of. I'm big on equality. So growing up in Arizona, I went to school in my hometown in Tucson, Arizona. I went to university there at the University of Arizona, and I was one of those people that would go out on the student mall, and I'd be like, rah, rah, I'm a protester, because that's what we do when we're in college or university, some of us anyway. And it's kind of, the thing I was compelled to do, but it's also because I had gone through a major shift in my life. Right after high school, I came out of the closet, and so I got very involved in the politics of the gay rights movement. And so I was usually out there. We had this thing called, on National Coming Out Day, which is October 11th, we constructed this doorway that was meant to sit out on the mall, and as an expression of our commitment to being out of the closet, we would walk through this doorway proudly. The doorway was painted pink, And I don't see that kind of thing happening anymore so much. But back in, 1991, this was quite a statement to make. We have come a long way in, 25 years. 25 years, oh my gosh. I'm about to have a heart attack. I guess it makes sense. I was 18, so I'm 43 now. That's 25 years. Wow. I'm breathing. All is well. Now, there was a point in my life where, at that time, my standing up for what I believed in meant that I had to put other people down to support what I believed. And I still see this. I still see this, and I don't want to call out any one community, but because I'm a part of the LGBT community, I still see this kind of mindset where in order for us to bolster ourselves up, we have to put other people down. And that bugs me. It just bugs me, because that's not living a life of equality. If we truly understand who we are, then what purpose is there in putting anybody else down? There is none. It does not say, I am equal to, at all. It is not an expression of equality, at all. It is an expression of inequality, completely. And the truest sense of equality I can think of is the deepest understanding of knowing who I am, knowing who you are, and understanding we are pure spirit. That's it. And there's room enough for all of us. And there's room enough for every expression of pure spirit as us. There is no separation. And so, let us get rid of all the isms. Let us let that all go. I came to a deeper understanding and embodiment of this much long after my experiences out on the mall of the University of Arizona. I think there were a lot of opportunities for me to come to this understanding, and a lot of them I disregarded for a while. And the reason that I was attracting those things to me is because my innermost consciousness was at work. Because I think that fundamentally I understood that I could not suppress anyone and call myself equal. That was a deep understanding within me. And when I did embody the understanding that we are all one, I became a better version of myself. And this is what I call upon for each and every one of us, to step into the deepest expression of self we can express, which is to be a better version of self because we know who we are. I also think about the experience of my life where I would approach life with anger and resentment and make myself feel less than, So there's like two sides of the coin. Over here on the mall, I'm saying, I am greater than, and then there were experiences in my life where I felt less than. And I would approach experiences and circumstances in my life with anger and resentment, and that does me no good. Check in with yourself right now. Is there any area of your life that is being approached with anger and resentment? Just check in. Now, to what degree do you have the willingness to let that simply fade away? I actually got angry with myself this morning. So we've moved into a new apartment, Dane and I. And part of my Sunday morning routine for 2 years, more than 2 years, was Tanis and Pierre would pick us up from our old place. And even though they graciously offered a ride, we were intending to be here early, so we declined the ride. And Dane and I left our apartment at about 8:15 this morning. We walked down to Queen Street, where I had every intention of catching a streetcar. And Dane had every intention of taking a cab. We took a cab. He is a very powerful consciousness right over there. He knows what he wants and he knows how to get it. But I had to, so in the expression of the moment, and I'm going to call myself out. This has nothing to do with Dane, by the way. I had to call myself out in the moment because I actually got upset. I'm like, you know what? I don't really want to pay for a cab. I don't feel that we can afford it right now with everything that we just paid to move. Blah, 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 right? Those are the circumstances. And I had to, so he hails a cab. We get in the cab. And I am going to say that he did turn to me and said, can we please not be angry right now? And I said, yes, just give me a moment. But I took that moment to reflect upon what was really happening, not on the conscious level, not in the world of circumstance. Because who cares? I take a cab, I take TTC. Who cares? It's going to get me here. I had to really go to that deeper place of asking myself this question. Why do I feel less than that I can't afford a cab? What is it within me? So there, it has nothing to do with Dane, right? So my anger was about myself. I said, there is something that I need to know here. There's something that must be known here. And so I said, wait a second, what am I talking about today? The one Spirit has ways of offering you lessons when you have your mind set on something. And so when we arrived, I said to Dane, I said, I want you to really understand, this has nothing to do with you. This is about my own sense of value, my own sense of self-worth, which for whatever reason in this moment I let myself feel devalued. And it has nothing to do with the circumstances. I'm grateful we took the cab because I'm worthy of it. If I want to take a cab, I will take a cab. I'm still learning this lesson. And the lesson is this. I have come to realize that I can have it all. Each and every one of us can have it all. And the reason that we can have it all is not because of anything we do. It is because fundamentally we understand who we are. And in the understanding of who we are, we can have it all. I am are the two most important words in the English language. Does anyone watch I always want to say the Colbert Report, but he doesn't do that anymore. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Anyone watch it? No? Okay. So Joel Osteen was on Colbert this week. Do you know who Joel Osteen is? Joel Osteen is a minister. And he does his services in basically a former basketball stadium. And so he has, 30,000 people at his services. He also then broadcasts, and he has 10 million people who watch him online. The thing about Joel Osteen is he is wrapping up New Thought in a Christian paradigm. If you ever watch him, he is absolutely speaking our language. He was on Stephen Colbert this week, and he is pitching his new book, right? And the book is titled this, The Power of I Am. The two most important words in the English language. And what he said on Stephen Colbert is this, what follows the words I am is what I think you are inviting into your life. And so how many times did we in the last 24 hours say, gosh, I'm tired. I'm sad. I'm upset. If those are your statements, you are inviting that into your life. And so let us wake up every single morning and state, I am joyful. I am happy. I am abundant. I am goodness embodied. Anything that follows those two words, I am, are what you create in your life. That is a fundamental teaching of the science of mind, of New Thought. Now, there was an interesting thing, because I watched this, I went and looked at this interview again. I watched it earlier in the week, and I watched it again on YouTube this morning. And, YouTube has those little thumbs up and thumbs down, where if you like something, you hit the thumbs up, and if you don't like something, you hit the thumbs down. And there were 819 thumbs up, right? It's pretty good. There were 1,306 thumbs down. Isn't that crazy? And I thought, gosh, why is this? Why would people, what is it that people cannot connect with in this message of I am? What do people find objectionable about this? There was a funny moment where Stephen Colbert was talking about religion, and Stephen Colbert is Catholic, and he's very upfront and vocal about being a Catholic, and he's a practicing Catholic, and he says to Joel Osteen, well, have you ever tried the power of crippling guilt? But I thought that was a very astute question, even though it was a joke. The reason there are so many thumbs down is because people are crippled with guilt. Let us all let that go. Regardless of whatever philosophy, spiritual ideology we were brought up in, let's let the guilt dissipate. It does not serve us. It doesn't serve us. And so the power of I am, we must all give a thumbs up to. Each and every one of us. Whatever follows, I am is the truth of your life. We believe, I'm going to say this declaration again, we believe in the incarnation of the Spirit and that all people are incarnations of the one Spirit. We become incarnate through the power of our word. We become incarnate through the power of our word. And so there is something that I'm going to end this on, which is attributed to Gandhi. It is attributed also, a version of it is attributed to Margaret Thatcher. It is a fundamental understanding of the way life works, and it is very appropriate for how we express within this philosophy. And it is this. This is attributed to, this particular way it's written is attributed to Gandhi. Your beliefs become your thoughts. Your thoughts become your words. Your words become your actions. Your actions become your habits. Your habits become your values. Your values become your destiny. And so if you are ready to change your destiny, if you are ready to discover your voice today and stand up and say, I am that I am, let us all start with our beliefs. Let's start with the beliefs and understand that our beliefs, at the end of the day, do become our destiny. Namaste. Have you ever tried the power of crippling guilt?
A handy parenting tool.
Yeah.
All the parents in the room laughed really hard at that.
There's a, okay, so now I have to, because you just made me think of another thing so there's this, on my iPhone, there's a couple of albums that I've been listening to on a loop, and one of them is called, I can't remember the name of the album, but Aaron Tveit is the guy. It's a recording of him at of a cabaret act he did in New York City. Aaron Tveit is a Broadway actor. Did anyone watch Grease Live last week? Oh, he played Danny Zuko in Grease. Anyway, Aaron Tveit has been an actor that I've admired for a long time, and in this cabaret act, he's telling the story of his life, and he talks about, he was a voice major in university, and he goes to his parents at 18 years old and says, I know that I've been studying voice now for a couple of years, but I'm really feeling compelled and interested in going into acting. And his parents turned back and said, well, you're 18 and broke, so you might as well give it a try, because even if after 5 years you're 23 and broke, at least you can say you did it. That's actually great parenting, I think. Yeah. It's saying, stand up for who you are, step into it. But he makes the joke of saying it's great parenting, like it wasn't great parenting, because we are taught that we should go out there and make a buck. that we need to make sure that we are fully supported and that we're fully self-supporting. And I say, you know what? If you have not given in to your life's purpose, try now. Because at the end of the day, you might be 23 and broke, but at least you will have given it a try. Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to, on that note, oh, it is that time. Do we want to do...
It's birthdays.
Do we want to do that now?
Yes.
Or do we want to switch it all around? All right. Oh my gosh. I see now I'm also very aware of the clock. Okay, we're going to do this quickly. I have got so much energy, it's ridiculous.
You're jazzed up.
Today is the first Sunday in February, and what we do on the first Sunday of February is we do a draw. If you are celebrating a birthday or an anniversary during the month of February, you may have been asked as you were being greeted this morning to fill out a ballot. And on that ballot is your name and the name of a registered charity in Canada, a registered charity in Canada. What we do now, is there anyone who is celebrating in February who has not filled out a ballot? All right, so the ballot is being filled out now. Once the ballots are all turned in, we will do a draw, and whomever wins the draw, a portion of last month's collection will go to this registered charity. So it's part of our way of giving back all the time. While that's happening, let's go ahead and do our birthday and anniversary song.
Let's say it's your birthday. It's my birthday too, yeah. Let's say it's your birthday. We're gonna have a good time. I'm glad it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
That, the Beatles' birthday song, that is a really bad key for me. Let's fix that for next month. Do we have them all in? Awesome. All right, so through the power of the fingers, I will now choose this one. And the winner is Tasha Michael. Yay! And the registered charity of Tasha's choice is the Center for Spiritual Living. So thank you for that. Thank you. All right, I'm going to invite you to take whatever it is you're offering the center today in terms of a contribution. If you are part of our Step Up program, our pre-authorized giving program, take your card out and hold it in your hand. Whatever it is that you are going to put in that basket today, honor it. Understand that it is, at the core, the expression of love. Because there is nothing but this expression of love. Because love, God, is all there is. And so this, too, is part of it. Breathe into this. And as the baskets go around, we're going to sing, I am so blessed, to honor the blessings that we each of us have in our lives. I invite you to stand up and join us in this.
1, 2, 3.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I'm so grateful for all that I have. Ooh, I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I'm so grateful, grateful, grateful. I'm so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We're so grateful for all that we have. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We're so grateful, grateful, grateful. We're so blessed. We are grateful for all that we have.
We are so blessed.
We are so blessed. We are so grateful, grateful, grateful. We're so blessed.
And we are so blessed. Blessed in the giving, blessed in the receiving, blessed in being. The love expressed right here, right now. And in gratitude, this is all about gratitude. Gratitude for our giving, gratitude for our receiving, gratitude for how we use this currency of God. For that's all it is, a currency of God to be expressed, loved, and blessed. And so, knowing that my word in gratitude is absorbed and already being acted upon by the law of mind, I reflect and allow this blessing of gratitude, blessing of love, to be how I walk through our day today. And so, declaring this, owning it, living it, I invite us all to say together, and so it is.
We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful, grateful for all that we have. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful, 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 grateful. We are so blessed. Indeed, we are blessed.
A couple of things. You have the announcements on the song sheet. So there's a lot of stuff happening at the center. A couple of things that I want to point out. First of all, I want to say welcome. If you saw the Friday email, I want to welcome Helen Velo in her new role as the Director of Family Services and Education. As part of that role, she's out with the kids today, so grateful to have her there on board. One of the things that was happening is as you were coming in today, you may have been handed a membership application form. We are renewing our understanding of membership as part of the directive that happened after last week's annual general meeting. So what we're doing is we are purging our previous membership roles. We are starting from scratch. And so if you are interested in being a member of this center, take a look at that form that was handed to you. If you did not receive one, you can grab them off of the information table or up in the front store. Take a look at it. If this philosophy calls to you and this is the place you want to be at this point of your spiritual journey, we invite you to consider membership. We're going to do a membership drive, and we are going to honor all who sign up between now and March 20th. On March 20th, we're going to do a special ceremony to basically induct us all back into membership. So how does that sound? Oh, awesome. I don't know what that was. Wow. Yeah. If you think you're a member, just know that we have purged the roles entirely. So we are starting from scratch, where if you have been a member, please fill out a brand new form. That is just thank you for clarifying that. We have a special event that is coming up that we are beginning to do quarterly, and that is a healing and revealing circle. If there is something that you are working on in your life that perhaps you would like a little assistance with, you can join us, the Practitioner Corps, on March 10th right here at the center at 7 p.m., and we will work in prayer and treatment for you for about an hour and a half. I've been getting asked questions because this is the first time we've done this, and the Practitioner Corps are asking me questions, and what I keep saying to them is, every expression of the healing and revealing circle is unique, and there's nothing I can do to prepare you for that except to say, come prepared to know the truth. That's, at the end of the day, what this is all about. So if there's something you're working on, join us March 10th right here at the center at 7 p.m. Also, we are taking signups now. If you're interested in receiving information about our trip to Casa Guatemala, which is happening in June, where we're taking a corps of volunteers to Casa Guatemala to volunteer for a week. If you're interested in finding out more information about that, There is a sign-up sheet that is not a commitment to go. It is just to receive information. Also, next week, February 14th, it's Valentine's Day. Yes, we're going to celebrate as a community by having a potluck. And so there is a sign-up sheet for dishes you may want to bring. The sign-up sheet is back on the information table, just back in that corner there. And we encourage you to sign up and bring a dish to share next week. Let's take a breath. This is something I alluded to in my talk. But this great song, written by my friend Doug LeBeau, is a perfect way to end the day. So I invite you to take a breath, relax right where you are. If it's comfortable for you to close your eyes, we'll sing the song. You don't have to sing along. Unless you want to sing along, you can do that too. You know what? You're free to be whomever you want to be and express however you want to express right in this moment. And let's do it with that understanding. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are is pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are is pure spirit. We are love, we are light, we are light. We are joy, we are peace, we are wisdom and beautiful harmony. We are pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are is pure spirit. Who we are is pure spirit. For there is nothing but this perfect one thing, the thing itself, God. There is only love, there is only light, there is only peace, power, beauty, joy, wisdom, knowing. We are each of us part of this cohesive whole, expressing uniquely as ourselves, each of us with free will, choice, volition to live our lives perfectly. And so what I understand from this place, and in alignment with this fundamental truth, I know that each of us is here on this plane of action with purpose, on purpose, and for purpose. We are each of us stepping into, right here and right now, a deeper expression of self with a capital S, remembering who we are. And when we remember who we are, it leads to extraordinary living. It leads to greater expressions of creativity, greater expressions of perfect health, greater expressions of prosperity, and it enhances the expression of all the relationships in our lives, for there is nothing but the relationship of the self to the self. And so for this and for so many other things, I am truly grateful. Grateful for this understanding, grateful for this teaching, grateful for this philosophy that has changed my life. I settle into the gratitude. And I'm grateful for everything that has conspired to make this thing called celebration happen today. I'm grateful for everyone who came together. I'm grateful for Linda and Yelka, our board members on duty, for their service. I'm grateful for Lori and Jackie and their setup today. I'm grateful for Carol and Mira, who are committed to cleaning up following service today. I'm grateful to our greeters, Judy and Helen. Grateful to Chris in the bookstore, Carrie and Dane on our sound. Grateful to Jim on our webcast. I'm grateful to Rebecca joining us today in the band. Grateful for
Carrie joining us in the band. I'm grateful to Pierre Gautreau, the entire Queen Street Band. I am grateful for Lena and her beautiful meditation this morning. And I'm grateful for the inspired wisdom of Carmen and for Carmen herself. I am grateful. I am grateful. And so in gratitude, I simply relax into this, trusting that the word I speak is complete and it expresses itself perfectly. I release it now, I let it go, letting it go to that perfect law of correspondence that says, yes, it is done. It is so, right here and right now. And in knowing it to be so, let us together say, and so it is. I just had a moment there. Try it again. Here we go. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are. His pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are. His pure spirit. And who we are is pure spirit. All right. And so in gratitude, thank you all. We're going to end the day with watching the river run.
One, two, three, two, two, three. If you've been thinking you're all that you've got, then don't feel alone anymore. 'Cause when we're together, then you've got a lot. 'Cause I am the river and you are the shore. And it goes on and on, watching the river run, further and further from things that we've done, leaving them one by one. And we have just begun, watching the river run, listening and learning and yearning, run river run. Winding and swirling and dancing along, we pass by the old willow tree, where old friends embrace as we sing them our song, rejoicing together as we greet the sea. And it goes on and on, watching the river run, further and further from things that we've done, leaving them one by one. And we have just begun, watching the river run, listening and learning and yearning, run river run. And it goes on and on, watching the river run, further and further from things that we've done, leaving them one by one. And we have just begun, watching the river run, listening and learning and yearning, run river run, listening and learning and yearning, run river run.
Have a great week, everyone.